Hey, hold it there, partner. Put your hands
Let's
in the air.
see. There we go. YouTube's up. Facebook is going up.
Tell you what, yeah, there's a couple championships today. So LSU wins today, Marshentime. That would be the SEC.
It
Okay.
would be.
I think you got a problem with that conference, don't you? You
Just a
don't
little
like
bit.
that. You strongly dislike that conference. Is that what the
Yeah,
vibe was that I
something
was
like
getting?
that. Something like that. Something like that.
That's what I thought it was. I just didn't really know. Marshall time, how's my lighting? I was trying to adjust the lighting a little bit there. How's my lighting? You like it?
Better than mine today, but I'm not messing with it.
Yeah, yours kind of sucks a little bit.
That's because I had
I
to
wasn't
change
going to
cameras.
say
Remember?
anything. Oh, that's right. What happened? Whatever happened with that?
I don't know. The other
You
camera
did.
just decided not to work anymore. So, all right, there we go. All right, so that's just got to do that. All right. Well, TikTok's gonna have to wait because it's updating. So we're gonna go live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Say hello to everybody. TikTok will hopefully be on in a little while.
TikTok to the one stop.
Yeah, TikTok's
TikTok.
going slow. He wants to update your crap and everything. But Donnie Mac, we're here. I'm starting it off, buddy, because we got NBA finals. We got college baseball finals. Man, the championship. We talk about championship Sunday. This is championship Sunday, buddy, because there can be two decided tonight. LSU could take it home. Coastal Carolina could push it to game 3. Or OKC could take it home tonight, buddy. Or does the Indiana Pacers have enough to make the
Because
comeback?
Indiana Pacers, you know what? They push it to Game 7, Marsh's time. We're going to talk
They
about
have.
this right
They've
away,
pushed
right
it to
off the
game
whip.
7.
Right now, they push it to Game 7. Yes, they have a chance. Only 59% in favor of OKC, Marsh's time. When we talked about this series, when it first kicked off, we said, and I said specifically, there's no other team in the NBA when you talk about matching up, player for player, depth for depth. I mean, this Indiana team's they're that team, and it makes sense. Why are they here? Everybody say, you know what I mean? It's because it makes sense. Look at TJ McConnell. Look at Obi Toppin. Look at all these players that you never really noticed throughout the year. And let's not forget that they were runner up in that Emirates Cup for the NBA in-season
True.
tournament,
True.
the first one. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a big surprise because they've been in the conference championship the last 3 years. We talked about that, but what we did talk about was matching up in this series. In March time, they proved that they match up blow for blow, weight for weight, position for position. They proved that, Martian time. They're in Game 7 right now. That's what that means. It's the first time that the NBA playoffs has been in Game 7 and an NBA championship in what, since 2016? I think that was the
Yep.
stat, Martian
16.
time. You and I talked
16.
about that the other
Yep.
day. So that's a pretty good deal. That's a big deal. It's a big deal for Indiana getting this far. That's one step further, and they've taken it the last 2 or 3 years. They've been in it 3 years straight. This makes their fourth year straight, and now they're in the NBA championship. Um, I don't know where to go. You know, my second pick, I loved Houston Rockets, and we'll get to them in a moment. I love the Houston Rockets, Marshall Time. You know how I love them going into this playoff, and I loved OKC.
100%.
Those are my two teams. Those are my two teams, and they're both young teams. They're both built equally the same. One team younger than the other, and now the other one is adding a veteran, Marshall Time. But we'll get back to that in a second. We're talking about the NBA Finals. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I kind of
Listen,
give
man. I
you my
mean,
push around on that right there.
I felt like
Halliburton
Indiana was
only
going to
played
push it to
23
6.
minutes,
So
too. I'll point that out. Halliburton only played
they
23
did.
minutes
He
in
did.
game
He
6, and
did.
they pushed to 7. So he's going to go 40 minutes tonight.
Listen, man. Here's the whole thing. Game sixes, you always see one of two things. When a team's down 3-2, you see one of two teams. You see the desperation team, and you see the give up team. Let me tell you something. Indiana came out as that desperation team. They didn't come out as the give up team. They came out of desperation. They all knew how to play. They're all NBA players. These are all professional players. They can all shoot. They can all score. And that's exactly what ended up happening, man. They had all their starters were over in double digits in, I think they're like by the third quarter. That's insane. That's great to see. Great to hear. Listen, Indiana's going to put the pressure on OKC. But guess what? They're not Indiana this one tonight. They're going to OKC. OKC at home after losses, unbeatable. OKC's going to win this tonight, buddy. SGA's going to go off. SGA's going to get to the free throw line at least 12 times tonight, man. It's going to be crazy.
Well, there's only two things I would say about this, Marshentime. When we're talking about this, we're talking about defense, right? We're talking about differences. OKC was held to under 100 points, 91 points, first time in these playoff series. They've never been held to anything under 100 points. So, SGA turned over the ball 8 times. You know the last time he's ever done that?
I don't know.
Never. He's never turned over the ball 8 times in his career. He did that last game right there. Not only that, factor that in, Rick Carlisle, now here's genius, the entire series, Rick Carlisle has been pressuring SGA 70% of the court. This last game, they only did it 40% of the court. And guess what? That's what happened. They got 8 turnovers off of SGA. That was the difference. SGA only had 21 points. He's averaging 30 points against them in these finals right now. Marshentime, did Rick Carlisle unlock that defense on SGA? Because that's the guy that's been killing them. You hold him to 21 points, you win. You win.
Everybody has bad games. Everybody gets in their head. I think they came in thinking that they were going to absolutely destroy Indiana because Halliburton wasn't going to be full strength. They're young. We've seen these games over and over by the Oklahoma City Thunder. They come in lax and lazy and don't try. We've seen it against Denver. We've seen it against the Timberwolves. We've seen it every series, man. It just happened.
You know,
it was one of those games. And that's what the young guys do. They're going to do just fine.
The only thing different that I saw about OKC against Indiana is Indiana won game 1. OKC never loses game 1. That was a huge surprise. They never lose game 1. They always know what to do. That's scary. That's scary.
So Donnie Mac, are you taking the Indiana Pacers? You're kind of leaning this way, buddy. You're kind of pumping them up. You're kind of pumping them up. I'm just saying, man. Are you pumping them up that much to take them? Are you willing
have a
to take the Indiana Pacers?
Winning.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question, Donnie Mac. Don't be getting the sideways. Are you taking the Indiana Pacers to win Game 7 OKC?
I said the first team I liked was Houston. The second team I liked was OKC. I said nothing about any team in the East, okay? Nothing. So
that doesn't mean
you
still have yet to decline this assumption that you are taking Indiana. Are you taking Indiana in this Game 7, Donnie Mac?
I just said I wasn't necessarily sold on Indiana. No, I'm not.
That doesn't mean you're not taking them Game 7. You still haven't answered. Who's winning Game 7, Donnie Mac?
I don't know. Do you know? Nobody.
I'm taking OKC, man. That's my thing.
Because it doesn't happen until
I've already said it.
It doesn't happen until 8 o'clock tonight. I called that too at the beginning of the fucking playoffs, Marshall.
No, you did not, sir. No, you did not. No,
that's not the point.
No, get out of here. Neither one of us expected Indiana to be here. Indiana did have a little bit of an easier path through these playoffs than most people. Let's be honest, they did. Which is okay, because, it happens. You gotta have sometimes you get the easier path. They went through injuries. They went through teams that really shouldn't have been there.
Indiana's been there for the last 4 years.
They have.
Overlooked.
100%.
That's the obvious. That's the obvious.
Listen, you're out of your mind, Donnie. No? I'm just saying right now.
No, that's
saying
the obvious.
Right now, buddy.
Just saying. I said I love Houston. I wanted Houston to do it, but OKC was the best team. They should repeat to go, And you know what? And we're talking about OKC and Indiana as far as experience of being, where they were at in the conference finals. Everybody's smashing OKC like, oh, you should win this easily. You got the better team. OKC's been building this. Okay, championship for the last 4 years. Nobody's saying crap about them. Nobody, because they don't have an MVP candidate. That's the only difference. Because they don't have a Chet Holmgren. They don't have these flashy young kids that are awesome. You know what I mean? So yeah, I will go with OKC to win.
Okay, so you're going with OKC to win in Game
Yeah.
7. Donnie Mac, give me a point
Capital
spread that you feel.
FK Indiana, all of them up there on that border over, and
Give me a
anybody
point
from
spread
there.
Super Bowl betting on the Indiana Pacers for, though.
Point spread. If I was
What would
betting
you
on
feel comfortable
Indiana,
betting on Indiana?
if I was betting on Indiana, I would say I would take 6 points. I would take 6 points.
6
I
points.
would take six and a half, maybe.
That's kind of where I'm.
That's kind of pushing it. I don't know where the spread's at. I haven't looked at it in a week, but that's I think Indiana would still they're still going to be Indiana. They're still and Tyrese Halliburton's got a little bit of extra rest margin time. They're still going to be Indiana. They're still going to play ball. Man. They're still going to play the same way they've been playing throughout the entire postseason. They eliminated the best team in the Eastern Conference, for God's sakes. I mean, in the Cavaliers 4-1, so they're going to play ball. They're not sneaking up on it.
You know, like I said though, Cleveland was injured, so I mean, you got to give them a little bit of leeway here, buddy.
Injuries or
So
not,
calm
it was
down
the
here.
first time they turned around. It was like Detroit turning around from 20 wins last year. Give me a break. You didn't think I already told you Cleveland couldn't. There's no team in the history of the NBA that's turned around from 20 wins to go up and win the NBA championship. Get the hell out of here.
Listen, man, I'm just saying. I have more faith in the Cleveland Cavaliers than you did, which I'm disappointed in because you're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
And look, they got knocked out in the second round,
Hey,
dude.
listen, man, they had half
after
their
they
players.
swept your
They
Miami
had
Heat,
the players,
they got
so-
knocked out 4-1 against Indiana. And that's not saying much.
Ooh, what happened? What happened? There we go. I'm back. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe I've got some foul weather
You're good.
outside,
You're good.
Mark.
Yeah, we both
I
we
don't
both
know if
do. We
that's
both
what's
do.
interrupting us. Yeah. I don't know if that's what's interrupting us, man, but we keep getting cut off, that's for sure.
Yeah, it happens. You know, it's a little bit bad weather out there. So, but you know, Donnie Mac, I still think that's because you played the Miami Heat. It's because you lost 4-1 because you went up against the toughness of the Miami Heat and you had to play Indiana. Why, man? Nobody wants to play Miami.
I'm not sure you heard that correctly there, Marshentime, my humble partner, but Cleveland swept Miami in the first round, is what I said. That I won't forget. Where you go, Marshentime? Come back. All right, Marshentime. Looks like my reception is not doing much better than Marshentime's here. I'm going to keep this going live here on this time. It looks like the broadcast is going to stay live. So, what we're talking about is just the finals, man. Basically, man, this should be a barn burner. Game 7, this is what I would expect. I would not be surprised if this game goes into overtime. I really would not be surprised, 100% surprised if this game goes to overtime. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander score 30 points. Probably Jalen Williams, too. More than likely, Tyrese Halliburton's going to hit a couple of big shots. 17. That's probably what we're looking at. A barn burner type game. Naismith going off in the late rounds. See if Marshentime can get back over here. I don't know what he's got going on with his computer. Looks like his live broadcast keeping it up pretty good. Looking at Facebook over here. Looks like he's still up and running, but I can't see no feedback. Nobody's talking to me over here. Busy girl, you want to say hi to everybody? Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Say hi. Say hi. No, he's scared. Lazy girl's scared of thunderstorms. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. She gotta be in here with daddy. She gotta be with daddy in thunderstorms.
Oh, well, there goes Donnie Mac. Now we lost Donnie Mac. It's some bad weather for both of us, everybody.
Hey there, numbnuts.
Hey, there we go. All right, that was fine. All right, Mac, how you doing there? You hear me?
Not very well. You're breaking up pretty darn bad.
I can't see you. This is weird. Are we back in? Donnie Mac, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
No. Something's working now, at least.
At least something's working.
Yeah. He just wants to be a pain in the butt today for some reason. Nasty weather coming out of nowhere, getting some crazy things, you know.
Still there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still here
Okay. Okay.
for now.
Okay. As long as you're here. Doing good. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Mic check. All right. We lost Marshentime once again, ladies and gentlemen. He is gone. Marshentime stepped up to the plate. He swung and he got hit by the pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, he got hit by the pitch. We don't know what's going to happen here. We don't know what's going to happen. Marshentime, he could charge the mound. We don't know. But he has been hit by the pitch. Oh, he's shrugging it off like Otante. Otante. Shohei. Shohei style. Shrug it off. Marshentime, are you there?
No.
Marshentime. Earth to Marshentime.
Right. It doesn't want to work. This is crap.
Yeah, it's not working, Marshentime. You know what? Maybe we should schedule 7 o'clock tomorrow night. What do you think?